Hello everyone, bringing you a video today reviewing this. Now this is Webbing at War, Volume 1, 1937 pattern webbing by Ed Hallett, who you may know. He runs a blog called Tales from the Supply Depot. I have mentioned him on the channel previously. He helped me with some bits and pieces which were coming over from Australia. Now we're going to get into having a look at this in some detail, my thoughts on it, and have a look at some of the contents to give you an idea of just what you'd be getting if you purchased this book. Without further ado, we'll get into the main part of the video now and have a look at what's contained within Webbing at War Volume 1. So here we have Webbing at War, Volume 1, 1937 pattern, and as I say, Ed has very kindly provided me with this gratis to review. So we're going to have a look at this in some detail now. I've not been able to read the whole thing in the time I've had it, but nevertheless I've had a good look through, and overall it's a very interesting book. It covers a lot of ground. If we have a look at the back here, we'll just have a look at the back cover there. Again, you can pause and have a look at this in more detail if you wish to. Obviously this alludes to the fact we're going to look at RAF kit in here as well. So open this up, contents page here, which gives an overview of what you're going to find in this, as you can see. And we'll go to wearing the set, 65, which shows, page 65, which shows details of assembling the equipment, which is quite useful for reenactors. We have details of this here, test fitting the equipment and so forth. One detail I do like is in the text here, it does cover the details of how to properly support the ammunition or compass pouch when worn above the holster or the binocular case. Obviously, essentially using the strap, the brace coming down to attach this to the brace attachment, and that is detailed in the text here, which is a nice inclusion. That's how it should be done, and it's something a lot of people get wrong, and the equipment certainly fits together better when it's done properly. So you've got different orders of webbing here. Have a flick through to, obviously you do cover later versions of the equipment, the blackened fittings and so forth as well, which is nice. So you do cover the post-war era too. One of the things I like is the details here of Australian, South African, Canadian, etc. Web equipment, Indian as well. But you have some of these oddities, like these late production Australian items are covered in here. As you can see, we have a late 70s dated pack. Because it was still being manufactured for training purposes that late on. So some of these oddities, the water bottle cradle being used to carry the US pattern or Canadian pattern plastic canteen, or Canadians technically introduced it first, but the ubiquitous plastic canteen in a felt cover, which you see in training in certain instances. Certainly you see the plastic canteen being carried in covers. All this modified equipment, obviously you've got South African stuff here. Manufacturer's marks are included in a great deal of detail as well. So from overall, it's an excellent reference book in the terms of the sheer quantity of kit it covers and the ground it covers. Obviously Canadian kit here. We flick through, you can see variations in Canadian production there, detailed in various close-up photographs. I will find in here, just let's have a look through, one of the little niggles I had, which was some of the photographs being rather dark. See, just here, that could do with being a little bit brighter perhaps. As I say, other than that, I really don't have anything, any criticism of the presentation and so forth in the book. It's nicely put together. I like the way it's been designed, with obviously the alternating pages, the khaki backdrop or the OD backdrop with the white lettering and so forth. It's a very nicely produced book. There's a lot of detail. Again, we've got details of manufacturers and so forth here, all very interesting, and a great deal of detail packed into these pages. We just look some more stuff on we've got details of associated items such as water bottles here as well, which is nice. And as I say, a little bit at the end here, legacy, which shows various sets of equipment which were inspired by 1937 patterns. So you've got Dutch items here, and if we come over here, you've got some of the other Italian items and so forth which were inspired by. So it does cover a great deal of ground. As I say, the idea of this video is to just give you a quick flick through and obviously give you the opportunity to maybe make a more informed decision as to whether or not this is something you'd like to purchase. I'm certainly looking forward to having a further read through this and a look at some of the details which perhaps haven't come across before, and also it's a very good reference in terms of the manufacturers and so forth, so I'm looking forward to looking at that in more detail as well. But that's a quick flick through this, the idea being obviously to give you the opportunity to have a quick look at it and to give you an idea of some of the contents of this as well. So there we are. I hope you found it interesting looking at this, and hopefully it's informed your choice as to whether or not to buy this book. I think it's available in both soft cover as I have and in hardcover as well. And as I say, you've seen some of the contents there. The production quality is overall good. As I say, some of the photographs are a little dark, but other than that, impressed with the production quality, and it does cover a very broad range of topics relating to 1937 pattern web equipment, so it may well be of interest from that point of view. As I say, hopefully this will help in informing your decision. If you have found this video interesting and informative, perhaps you consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And whether you're newly subscribing or you've previously subscribed, make sure you've clicked the little bell, the notification button down below. That will of course alert you when I upload future videos. If you really like my uploads and you would like to support the channel, you can. Both Patreon and PayPal are linked down below. And as ever, a huge thank you to everybody who supports the channel using those two methods. It's greatly appreciated, as I always say. Thank you all very much indeed. If you'd like to follow the channel on social media, you can. Facebook, Instagram and Twitter are all linked down below. And if you'd like to get in touch but you don't really use social media, there is of course an email address down there as well. That's everything for this video, so until next time, bye for now.